But let's get started with last night's recap of the NBA draft. 2 players from France taken in the first 2 picks. Never seen that before. We did last night. And especially in the way that it went down, really exciting. Zachary Risacher went in the first pick, first round, which we've never seen before. 2 players from France. And now the question is, will the Hawks trade Trey Young, given the fact that they both play the same position on Atlanta? The second pick in the draft was Alex Sarr. He goes to the Washington Wizards. He was $700 to go second overall. So basically, you're risking $700 to win 100. I hope you did not make that bet, even though you would have won. So he was unlikely to go first overall. The third pick in the draft was Reed Sheppard. He went to the Houston Rockets out of Kentucky, the first college player to get taken. He was minus 210 to go third. The fourth pick overall was Stephon Castle from UConn. And then, as you can see, plenty of picks after that. Ron Holland, 5. Donovan Clingan went to the Trailblazers. I think probably the most interesting pick may have been the 9th pick overall, Zach Eady, who was the National Player of the Year and ends up going to the Memphis Grizzlies there. But naturally, the big story, number 1 pick, number 2 pick, both from France. Alex Sarr, extremely excited to see that happen, saying that hopefully this opens the door for more.
The amount of talent we have in France, I'm really excited for Zach. And, I think our national team is really going to be good.
And what were your immediate emotions when you found out?
Oh, I was really happy for him. I kind of already had a feeling, but I was happy for him, and it was nice. Oh, and for me, I was really happy for me too. Yeah, I think it's really special, like any pick you get picked, the team is taking a chance on me, and I'm really blessed for that, and I won't take it for granted, and doing it in front of my family, them being able to come to New York, it just means a lot. And I'll just, just play with effort and impact winning.
Matalas Buzelis ends up going 11 overall to the Chicago Bulls, Chicago native there. So congrats to him. He's going home. The big sports betting upset of the night was Devin Carter, who was the favorite on FanDuel to go 8th overall. He was plus 320 on FanDuel and even plus 450 to go 10th. He ends up going to the Sacramento Kings at 13. He played for Providence last year, so naturally the big bets that were won were on Devin Carter. Also, Bub Carrington out of Pittsburgh goes as the final lottery pick at 14. Dalton Knecht slides to the Lakers at pick 21. Those were just some of the picks that went from 11 to 20. But Carter was essentially one of the bigger slippers in the draft. Needless to say, he ends up going to the Kings and said it was his first choice.
Were you expecting this at all to go to the Kings? Were they on your list?
Yeah, they were honestly number 1. So this is the team I wanted to go to. This is the team I told my girl, my dad, my aunt, everybody, the team I wanted to go to. So, God couldn't have planned this out any better.
Biggest question out of everything, though, is have you heard of the beam, and are you ready to light
the beam? I'm ready. I'm ready to light the beam.
Devin Carter, everybody. 13th overall pick for the Sacramento Kings. Congratulations.
All right, Devin Carter there being interviewed by NBA TV. All right, picks 21 through 30 as they close out the first round. Terrence Shannon Jr., who went 27th overall to the Minnesota Timberwolves, was recently found not guilty in a felony rape and aggravated sexual assault charge. He ends up with the Timberwolves, 27 overall. And Baylor Shireman goes to the Boston Celtics. Some thought that maybe this is one of the best picks in the draft. Reigning champions, high IQ player, averaged 18.5 points for Creighton. Second round will begin later tonight. All right, also some news in the NBA, some contract extension talk happening. OG Anunoby does get his contract with the New York Knicks, so he's staying home. $212 million with the New York Knicks over a 5-year period. He averaged 14.7 points last season. 33 games he played for New York in the regular season. Their record was 27-6. Health is the only issue for him, but naturally speaking, ends up getting paid a lot of money to stay in Madison Square Garden. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat are going to sign Bam Adebayo, their big man, to an extension. Reportedly 3 years, $166 million. He's into his 3-year deal for $163 right now. Kristaps Porzingis of the Boston Celtics, after surgery, may not be ready for the start of the 2024-25 season. He had a torn posterior labialis tendon in the NBA Finals, sort of a rare injury, even harder to tell you about it than it is to talk about it. In Major League Baseball, Shohei Ohtani has just been unstoppable. Homers again. He set a franchise record for the Los Angeles Dodgers last night. 10 straight games with an RBI. He's amazing. Meanwhile, Brian Reynolds with another hit last night. Longest hitting streak in baseball, 23 games. He's been incredible for the Pirates. We'll see if it will continue this weekend. Don't look now, but the Houston Astros are getting hot again. They beat the Rockies. They have a 7-game winning streak. Spencer Arrighetti, who has been one of the most reliable pitchers with everybody hurt for the Houston Astros. He had 10 strikeouts yesterday. And the Baltimore Orioles did end up beating the Guardians yesterday. So the Guardians streak comes to an end on the winning side, and the Orioles streak comes to an end on the losing side. The final score was 4-2. All right, the national soccer team getting some interesting news yesterday, as it was announced that Alex Morgan, who has played for the U.S. women's team for decades, has been left off the 2024 Olympic roster. First time since 2008 that Morgan will miss the Olympics. 224 caps, 123 goals are the most among active U.S. players, ranking 9th and 5th. LIV Golf is looking for a new television partner. Yesterday it was announced this new Caffeine TV, who was jumping up and down of getting LIV Golf. They're going out of business. So all the good things come to an end, they said. We're at the point where we're not profitable. LIV Golf signed a contract with Caffeine TV. That's not going to matter because they're going to need a new location. Also, National Football League makes an announcement yesterday. The supplemental draft has come to an end. Generally speaking, this has not been important in the NFL. There was a pick in 2019, not much else. There have been some popular picks in the past. If I'm not mistaken, Emmitt Smith was once upon a time a supplemental draft pick. Also in the NFL, a quick note, Anthony Richardson remains a full go for camp. According to Chris Ballard, of course, he had surgery after the first month of the season last year, but it looks like he will be ready for OTAs and also potentially for training camp come next month.